Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Today we're going to be talking about being process oriented, how to love the process and why not chasing results is in fact what will yield the best results in the end. Stay tuned to find out how. Alright guys, so recently, it always starts with a training. I've been really enjoying just the process of the training, not chasing results, not going for, chasing big personal bests in the gym, or feeling like it's all work that needs to be done, these exercises, these weights and these sets and reps just needs to be done, and I need to do more. I need to do more all the time. I've been really letting go of that and just been enjoying the process. And I've come to realize that loving the process is the exact same thing as living in the moment, and it should be applied to every processes in life, on your entire life, not only the training, but it often starts with the training. So before we get into the deeper stuff, let me tell you how this came up as a thing I've been meditating on lately. So I have dealt with a hip injury, if you've been following the channel, and this is not a video about that injury, so I won't go too deep into it, but it's basically that my left leg is more unstable and there is some pain there. And so when I was bulking, I knew I wanted to have that sorted out before starting, but it was a plan. I'm going to go on a bulk and I'm going to train heavy, push up weights to build muscle and get stronger. And I managed to do this quite well, but I could have done it even better now in hindsight. I could have worked on the injury and gotten stronger, actually. I just didn't quite realize it. But okay, I managed to kind of train around the injury definitely without making it better, but also not making it worse. But so when the bulk is over, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to deal with this now. And so the problem with the left leg is that it doesn't really fire at the bottom of a squat, for instance. Like the right leg will want to push more, and it's unstable. It kind of wiggle like that, and so the right leg just ends up doing way more. And yeah, this has trickle down effects that leads to other pain in other areas, And so I've been squatting to parallel depth and quite heavy. And all of a sudden, I realized I'm gonna have to give up on the weights, and focus on rehab. And I don't like it, because one of my end goals is I want fucking big and strong legs. And not doing that, I don't like it. And I have a hard time accepting it. I don't even remember how I approached the leg workouts the first few times when I was officially done bulking. But then I am like, okay, the left leg doesn't fire. What do we do? Okay, we have to, it's not that I can't use my left leg at all, but I have to, instead of setting the standard for the weight I can move in the squat, I have to set the standard, the weight I can move with the left leg contributing as much as the right one. So I have to go down a lot to 100 kilos, which, yeah, it's not very heavy for me. And I start doing it as to grass past. So I go down as to grass like that and stop, so I can really focus on making that left leg fire like that. And yeah, this is very tough. I do high volume of this, but all of a sudden I notice actual improvement in my hip, and I just start loving it. It's in the nature of the injury when I start that I can't do the same things every time. When you go on a bulk and have a training program you follow, you kind of almost know everything you're going to do when you come in the gym. But now I couldn't even. So I just had to do whatever worked on that day. And it starts getting better. And I start really loving the process of training with my fucked up leg. Like in the end, of course, I want the result that it becomes better, it heals, and I can get back and I will be able to take my leg training and all that to the next level. But I start really enjoying seeing the improvements because they're so subtle. It's not like, oh, I'm getting more muscular, or look at these big numbers I'm squatting or something. It's just like, I could move that weight for 5 sets of 10 reps without my left leg giving in, And then I've noticed that pistol squats are perfect because I can get in the bottom position and it's a one-sided movement. I've been training because it's a one-sided issue. I need to do some one-sided movement. So far I've done it in a way that I've let the left leg set the standard for the squatting with 2 legs. So I find the pistol squat is perfect because it has to fire from the bottom, And so I've gone out to do this a lot almost every day since I started doing it. And every time I go out, I'm bad. I will fall down. I can't get up, But I love just seeing, just doing it over and over, and just seeing the small improvements. And here, it's not being able to do more reps or more weight or something. It's just getting the form right quicker, And the next day, the pain feels a little better, So I've been really applying this to my whole training. Like always, it's good to have a structure or something to start from, but I would just, instead of forcing numbers, I just, what is my body capable of today? What does my body ask me for today? If it's like, nah, it's fucking hot, and you've trained hard, the heavy weights, it's not time. All right, we go down and control the form instead and stimulate that way. Oh, okay, today I'm well rested and strong. Today it's time to bring out the big weights, etc., etc. And so I realized that this carries over to everything in life. It's like, I know for myself, chasing the results, not living in the moment, right? It's about either obsessing about what happened in the past and what you used to have, or being worried about the future or wanting something in the future, when you're right here and now. And so often these things become, self-limiting beliefs, or rather self-fulfilling prophecies, or it depends on the example. But for instance, when you chase results, you really want to get that big personal best, or you just want to get bigger. You want to make the gains, And I was the kind of person when I started out with this that I tend to do, if I'm on the side of this is just right, I tend to be just over the limit, rather than doing too late, because I want to do everything. I want it now, But that's the thing with training. Yeah, for a lot of people, it would be that they need to train more to reach the result. But it's not, overall, it's not the more training, the better. Like, I remember when I was chasing too much and my body was just wrecked all the time. And instead of listening to it, I'm like, no, 4 sets of 8 with 80 kilos, whatever. It just needs to be done, And I just break myself more. And it's so funny when you get in the way. You try to take more actions to get to what you want. You think that's what's necessary, but at a point, the right thing to do is just sitting back. When you've hit the hard workout, it's time to rest. It's time to eat, time to chill, time to sleep, and build that muscle back stronger, or raise that strength, recover. Then it's time to do it again. You can't go at it. You can't train 8 hours per day, right? So this applies to everything in life, is what I've realized. So many things, so often, it mustn't be, it can be the dream physique and the goals like that, but it can also be a job, a career, girlfriend, boyfriend, these kinds of things, that you feel like you just need to do something about this, but a lot of the time you just get in the way of yourself. And so living in the moment or being process oriented, it's not that you can still work towards goals. That's the thing. The goal is necessary. It determines some kind of actions you need to take, right? It tells you something about what you need to do to get there, but it's at some point, it's doing just the right thing, being process-oriented. You don't do too little, you don't do too much. You do exactly what is necessary here and now. And so when you can really, it's when that, I try to, it's so evident to me, I'm in a high state, I'm experiencing this so much. But every time when people are, they see, they're looking for the perfect training program and diet and all this shit, they're confused, don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And it's so tough, I'll never get there, it's so far to my goal. But when you know that, okay, if I eat like this and train like this often, at this amount of time, etc., that will just at one point lead me there. It seems far away right now, but when it just strikes you, that this is exactly what it has to look like. I suck at training right now. I'm going to have to do that. I get a little better each time. I don't control myself perfectly with a diet right now. I need to do it the best I can and remind myself and come up with new strategies. And all of a sudden, when you find what works and you see, when you let go of needing the result, this result will come much sooner than you'd expect, So I'm really trying to apply this to everything in my life right now. Like with a career, business, there are aspects that I really like and don't even have to think about, living in the moment, enjoying the process. I like recording videos. It's just something to do. But there is some shit around it that, quite frankly, just isn't all that fun. That maybe I'm not that disciplined to sit down and do a bunch of paperwork, for instance. But I have to love the process. I have to love sucking at focusing on a thing like that, for instance, But if I start doing a little bit more each day, that's better, And I just have to love that. And so this is my typical thing with that I am like, but it's moving too slow. I have a high state here. I make the videos. I work with my clients. I get the new one here and there, etc. But then I have some time when I'm just sitting. I'm like, but what more can I do? What more can I do? To further things along. But it's like not like take a thing like a YouTube video. It's the same thing. When it's recorded and shared and all that, then it's just up to people to watch and wait and see. And in my case, eventually a video that was out, it might not be exactly when I put it out, but at some point, someone saw it and like, this guy, I'm hiring as a he can help me reach my goals. So in that case, the right thing for me to do is, for that process to happen, is to just sit back and let it happen. And so, there have been challenges in my life recently, definitely, when I get anxious like that, when I just want to make it happen, but I'm starting to love that too. I'm starting to love feeling like, fuck, I need to do so, the urgency of that. And just remembering that, okay, that's right. The right thing, the thing, if I want to do more for the thing I want to do right now, or if I want to do something for this thing right now, this is it, what I do right now. Absolutely nothing. Just letting it play out the way it should. So guys, I hope I made sense. I have many different video ideas in my head, and some are, there are related themes. So I hope I got everything across there. But it's really a thing, when you don't see everything in your life as fucking have-tos. I have to train to look good. I have to eat to lose weight or stay thin. It's like I get to do this. I love doing this. That eventually leads to these things far away sometimes. But I love just doing the right thing here and now because I know what it leads to. I don't obsess about something I used to have. I don't obsess about that I don't have something yet. I just appreciate this moment where I can do exactly the right thing to get what I want in the end. And that's just flow state, life on flow. When you just love it. Okay, we'll end this video here. Please, guys, leave a comment. What do you think about this? Do you have a problem setting the process? It's another, I'm thinking of the other topic. You create the processes in the high state often. You know what, we put that in another video, it's typical, but please leave a comment, let me know what you think. Do you have certain processes that you just love? Do you need help creating those processes with coaching? Just hit me up, the information is in the description. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, mental health, all that kind of cool shit. Alright guys, I will see you later. Peace.